Hello, my air signs, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. This is a general reading. As always, guys, it won't resonate with every single person, so please do take from it whatever makes sense for you and release the rest. If you are interested in your own personal private reading, that information is down below. And of course, I'll include a link to all of the decks and creators that you see here today. I am so disheartened right now because I was 20 minutes into your reading, guys, and I realized that my camera had cut out on me and I didn't even realize it 20 minutes in. And so I've got all of these cards that are surrounding me that I've already pulled for this reading, and it was too good to start over. So I've kept the cards that I originally pulled, and so we're just going to continue because the message was too valuable, I feel. So Mercury retrograde at its freaking finest, right? So I'm sorry about that, guys. But let's dig into this. And again, I've got all the same cards that I've already pulled. I'm making sure that my camera is working and it's going. So we're starting things off with a deck by my soul sister, Angelic Revelation 144. This is a deck called I Just Got Spooked, Why I Ghosted. So this is for my divine feminines tuning in, and we're taking a look to see why the divine masculine ghosted you, and ultimately will they have a change of heart and try to reach out to you and fix the connection. Okay, so I didn't pull any focus messages this time. We just started and used this particular deck to get going. So I pulled a few scenarios here, so as always, take whichever one of these makes sense for you. All right, so let me lay these out in the order that they came through the first time. So you guys ended up getting scared of your wrath. All right, so you might be dealing with a masculine here, my feminines perhaps, that they recognize, you know, they messed up, they did something wrong to ruin the dynamic of the relationship, and they're afraid of your wrath, literally, you know. So take that, of course, if it resonates. And then the next card that came through is back off for a while. Maybe this masculine just was not ready for the type of connection that you guys had. Maybe things were moving a little bit too fast for this person and they just couldn't handle the direction that it was going, you know, and so they ghosted you for that reason. And then we also ended up getting tug of war. So this represents a third party situation more than likely. Okay, and if they did back off, part of the reason for that might be that they were already involved with somebody else, or they were entertaining more than one person. Okay, and then following that, too many influences, too many people getting in their ear, too many people putting in their 2 cents, too many people surrounding this masculine, you know. And so I feel they had way too many choices, too many options, and ultimately not making the wisest choice when it comes to the relationship. Still learning to crawl was the next card that came forward. So what I'm feeling from this masculine especially is that something happened to them in the past, perhaps before you even met them, feminines, okay, to where it really knocked them off their feet. It created a very rocky foundation for this masculine. You know, they had to really figure things out for themselves to learn to stand on their own 2 feet again. And maybe when you guys met, they weren't ready. They weren't standing on their own 2 feet. They were too dependent on too many people, too many factors in their life, and maybe they just weren't ready to be the type of partner that you really needed them to be. Next message, prefers to watch from afar. Okay, so for some of you guys, maybe you're dealing with a masculine who's keeping tabs on you from a distance, possibly on social media, or asking about you from mutual friends or even family if you guys keep in touch in that way. But they're still wanting to know, you know, like, how are you doing? What's going on with your life? Are you seeing anyone new? Are you even open to talking at this point? You know, so for now, they're keeping their distance. They're not ready to come towards you. Okay, but we are focusing on whether they're going to want to reach out. So you'll see as the rest of the reading progresses. We've got focused on building a future. So at the time that you guys were together, maybe this masculine was really very career oriented. They were very much into the whole material world and what it was that they could bring into their life by way of career goals, their finances, money matters. building a life for themselves, and maybe they just weren't ready to bring you into that world. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I feel if they ghosted you, they just handled things very poorly. And then the last card from this deck is mirroring, and a mirror soul connection is a twin flame connection. So what I'm feeling from this masculine, my feminines, is that they weren't ready for this type of relationship, and it scared them. Maybe they weren't ready is what I keep getting. So they backed off, they backed away from you. Instead of really just fessing up that they were afraid that they weren't ready, instead, the way they handled it is that they ghosted you. And again, for some of you guys, you were dealing with somebody who was interacting or talking to other people. And maybe you knew that, okay? So the next deck I used was the Pining Rose Love Oracle by Calico Moon. And these are all of the cards that came forward in this order. Nostalgia is the very first card that came through. So nostalgia is a card of thinking about the past, the happy memories perhaps that you guys have shared before. So even though they're with someone else maybe, or they've clearly ghosted you, you guys are not together, they're keeping tabs on you from a distance. That we do know. They prefer to watch you from afar for now, but they're thinking about you. They're missing you. They're feeling very nostalgic. During this time, perhaps this masculine is really focusing on themselves, self-love. And that's a good thing, especially if they've got lessons from the past that they need to figure out and learn so that they can really stand up for themselves and be the person that you need them to be. This could also be, my feminines, what it is that you're working on at this time, which is good. You know, self-love is excellent because this is giving you the opportunity to figure things out for yourself too, and what it is that you're wanting in your life and what it is that you're expecting from this masculine, perhaps. Really giving you the clarity that you need so that you can plan for your future as well. You know, so I'm not surprised to see this unstable energy that presents itself, because if they were in this tug of war between you and somebody else, that automatically creates a very unstable foundation. And I feel they might have been already unstable when you met them, and they weren't ready for the direction that this all took between the two of you. And then the next card is regrets. So they've got regrets over how they handled themselves, how they handled the situation with you, how things played out, and why they ultimately needed to ghost you, you know? So they've got some major regrets that they're dealing with, and perhaps they're having they're second guessing their decision to do that. And that's why they're keeping tabs on you, you know, just to see, testing the waters to see how things are with you, if you're even open to interacting with them or talking to them ever again. We have the ex-lover card coming through next. Okay, yes, they are your ex. This divine masculine. They were unfaithful to you more than likely, especially with those of you who are able to relate to a third-party situation. Infidelities, you know, that maybe you do know about that. But look at these next three cards, guys. We have forgiven. Okay, so what they're wanting is to come towards you with an apology, perhaps, to try to make amends for hurting you, for ghosting you, for what they've done, for cheating on you, for lying, keeping secrets, whatever it is. And it's up to you, my feminines, if you're even open to forgiveness when it comes to your masculine. But this is certainly what it is that they're wanting. Now look at these next two messages. We have I love you, followed by messages. Okay, so they're coming through communicating this to you, my feminines, that they love you and that they want to reach out, possibly to tell you this. Okay, so there's a possibility that with these regrets, this masculine is willing to create change and movement to fix what has happened here between the two of you. But ultimately really regretting ghosting you is what's coming through here. Okay, So then we pulled from the tarot deck. This is my tarot teacher deck. And for those who are not familiar, this is a deck that I created for those who would like to learn how to read tarot for yourself. It's made very easy to learn. It's got upright and reversed meanings for each card, so there's no second guessing what the meaning is, and it's super simple to use. So if you're interested in purchasing this one, the deck link is down below, as well as all of the other creators that you see here. All right, so let's grab these here. Let's talk about these. So you ended up getting the 10 of Wands. So for some of you guys, maybe you're dealing with a masculine who's a fire sign here. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. This is tapped into heavy burdens that maybe your masculine is carrying, feeling quite overloaded and stressed out right now because of what they've done. And they recognize this. They're burnt out. They're stressed out. You know, they could have also taken you for granted at the time that you guys were together, because it definitely creates major challenges in the partnership as a result of this 10 of Wands energy. Taking responsibility for their own actions is what this masculine has to do. So you guys have been dealing with a lot, but especially this masculine. You know, maybe they have felt, since you have been in separation, like life has just been one constant uphill struggle. So I feel their life hasn't been easy since they detached from you. They were expecting things to be easy breezy, especially in their love life, but I have a feeling here that there has been this tug of war between their heart and what they've actually done in their life thus far, or since you guys have been in separation. And then the 4 of Swords is picking up off of your own energy here, my air signs. So this is a card of fear, of anxieties, of stress. So both of these cards are all about stress, feeling overwhelmed and overloaded. It's kind of very similar energies. But the 4 of Swords is just needing a break. It's just that resting period, recuperation time, you know, introspection time to be able to figure things out for yourself. This could be what this masculine needs as well. So it's a much needed break, I feel, between the two of you. And maybe this masculine just needs alone time, needing solitude, to get rid of these outside interferences and influences, to decide once and for all, what is it that they want? Who do they want to be with? But maybe that's the very thing that is contributing to all of these anxieties and fears that they're dealing with. And my feminines, you are coming through as the Empress, okay? This masculine finds you to be very attractive, very beautiful. The Empress does represent a mother figure. So some of you guys could have already had children either from previous relationships or with this masculine. It's time for you to be very nurturing with yourself. You know, that self-love vibe right there. You are in a place of abundance right now in your life. So I feel for my feminines tuning in, you're actually doing okay, considering what's happened between the two of you. This is the ultimate expression of the divine feminine energy through this Empress. You can create whatever it is that you want in your life, with or without this masculine, and perhaps they know that. 3 of Pentacles, some of you guys are dealing with an earth sign here, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. The 3 of Pentacles is all about collaboration. If you guys want to rebuild this partnership and bring about a more stable foundation rather than an unstable one, then this masculine needs to be able to work with you, my feminines. Work as a team. Put in the work. And I feel they're willing to do that. We've got the Knight of Cups coming in. So some of you guys dealing with a masculine who is a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This is a very romantic lover right here. Very charming, very attractive, very handsome. This is a masculine now who's willing to follow their heart. Love can blossom once again between the two of you. And yes, things were unstable before, but with the Knight of Cups coming in, the relationship can definitely be heading more towards a solid future. And my feminines, you're also representing the Queen of Wands here, okay? Fire. The Queen of Wands is very vivacious, very courageous person, okay? So my feminine, some of you guys could certainly be coming through with this energy, very passionate. You're very sexy, you're very attractive, and this masculine is picking up off of that. Finds you to be very beautiful, picking up off of your confidence. You're able to stand on your own 2 feet. You certainly aren't sitting around waiting for this masculine to get their act together. You know, because the Queen of Wands is a social butterfly, so you're out and about. You could also have a really great sense of humor. You're independent. You're able to stand on your own 2 feet, which is something that they need to work on. And then lastly, we've got the Lover's card, which is picking up off of Gemini specifically. So for some of you, maybe your masculine is a Gemini, or it's a fellow air sign here. Okay. It's a deep love that's coming through between the two of you. This is what you shared. Very romantic. The sexual attraction between the two of you is very strong, very intense. The Lover's card can represent harmony in our partnerships. It's all about union and duality. When the Lover's card presents itself in a reading, there are choices that need to be made. There is a decision that needs to be made. And that decision falls on this masculine to be able to make it if they want to work as a team with you, my feminines, okay? Yes, they were unfaithful. Yes, they had too many choices. Yes, they ghosted you. But the love is still coming through here. They want to reach out. They want to apologize. They want to build a future with you. So they need to lay down these heavy burdens and take responsibility for their own actions of the past. If they want to be with you, then they need to decide that they want to be with you and create action to make that happen. Okay, so let's move on. So the next deck that I ended up using is the Romantic Confessions from the Divine Masculine. This is a deck by Sister Moon Tarot. So these are the messages that presented itself in the order that they came through. I always admired your beauty, you see? So they're very attracted to you, feminines. They see you as a beautiful person, certainly from the outside, the physical beauty that you have, but also beautiful on the inside. They've always admired this about you. And maybe you really needed to know that. You needed clarification of that. The timing just wasn't right when you guys met. So this applies for some of you. Part of the reason might have been that they weren't ready. They were scared of commitment. They were with somebody else. They were working on their future. Whatever the case may be, the timing was off for this masculine, which is why they ghosted you. However, they regret not choosing you. If they could turn back time, they would end up choosing you rather than ghosting you. So we've already got the regrets card coming through here. So they do regret it. Choices, too many options, too many influences, too many people surrounding them. Too many choices in love and romance, and they chose wrong. They regret it. They should have chosen you, and they know this. The next message, trust the signs, because it's your masculine sending them to you. Whatever these signs are, it could be their name, it could be a particular number, it could even be a song that you hear on the radio, it could be something that you see on social media, whatever it is. If it's a sign that you know is specifically pulling at you and you're drawn to it and it reminds you of your masculine, pay attention to that, because that is a sign from your masculine. Next message. Maybe in the future we can have another go at this. Okay, so they want to try again. They definitely want to try again. I don't know what it is about today, but it's like I keep getting these coughing fits, and y'all already know what that means for me. Sorry, guys. But more so with the air sign reading. I mean, I had to start over at least 8 times. And I just could not get in the mind frame to get going. Okay, and I just feel this tickle in my throat, so perhaps there's been an issue here as far as communication. Clearly there has been, but I also feel that you might be dealing with a masculine who's got so much to say, but struggles to get it out, you know, and so it's coming through here in this reading. So part of what it is that they're wanting is to try again, to have another go at this. And then the last message from this deck: I'm always looking for you in everyone I meet. So it doesn't matter how many people they're surrounded by. You're the only one that matters. They're trying to find you and other connections, and they're coming up empty. They're trying to replicate or duplicate what it is that you guys had, and they're falling short. They have been unable to do that. Sure, they could have met people that might have looked like you, had similar features, but it's not you. Okay? And so I grabbed messages from my Thinking Man Oracle deck. This is the Volume 2 deck, and additional Divine Masculine messages. Look at this. This was the very first card that flew onto my desk. I love you, I love you, I love you. Is it sinking in yet, my feminines? This is the 4th time. Okay, if we count all of the I love yous that have come through here so far, 4 I love yous. This masculine definitely wants to let you know that you are loved. The next message: please answer. It's me. Okay, so if you have blocked your masculine so that they can't reach out to you on social media, on your phone, whatever it is, okay, they want you to know. It's like, please answer. It's me trying to get through. I need you to trust me is the next message. Clearly trust was an issue because you were dealing with an unfaithful masculine here for some of you guys. And they're now coming through letting you know. It's like, please trust me. I need you to trust me. I've worked on myself. I know what I want. I want you. I love you. I need you to trust me. The next message: I have everything I could ever want in my life except you. Okay? So remember, they were focused on building a future for themselves, and maybe they've done that. Maybe they have accomplished that. But it means nothing without you. It means nothing. It's like having a mansion with everything in it, but it's not a home without you. And last one: you are my only desire. You see, you're it. You are the one that this masculine wants, and nobody else. Okay, so that's what's presenting itself, and that's when I discovered my freaking camera wasn't working. So let's continue from here. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some messages from another deck by Angelic Revelation 144. This one is called the Ghostly Whispers of Love Oracle. So let's grab some additional insight here, and let's see where else this is going to go. Angels and spirit guides, please, for my air signs, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. Focusing on a masculine who ghosted the feminine. All right, what else does this masculine want to communicate to you, feminines? What else? Separation. The physical separation is an illusion, okay? Yes, you guys are in separation in the 3D world, but perhaps you guys are actually connecting in the 5D. The next card, craving. I crave physical intimacy. See, they want to be able to be with you intimately in the physical sense. I kind of feel here that they've had a change of heart. This masculine has had a change of heart. Next message, infinite. I love you to infinity. That is the 5th time that this masculine is telling you that he loves you. Divine partner. I am your divine partner. You see that? So we've got references here to marriage. A bride and a groom. So they want to marry you. They love you. Oh my God, look at the next card. Soul marriage. Oh my gosh. And this card says, you will always be my wife or husband. Holy crap. Oh my gosh. So take it for how it makes sense for you. But that's pretty amazing. I can't make this up. Look, another card talking about signs. Okay. And it says, pay attention to the signs I send you. That's the 2nd time, guys. That is the 2nd time, my feminines, that this masculine is coming through, letting you know, pay attention to the signs because I'm sending them to you. Oh my goodness. They want to be with you. They regret ghosting you. That's just the reality of where they're at. They regret it big time. Okay, so let's add to this, my air signs, with The Journey of Love, Volume 1 and 2 by Bridget of Divine Essentials. So for this reading, for this timeless reading, the masculine definitely having some regrets for ghosting the feminine here. Craving you, my feminines, loving you forever. Sees you as a divine partner. It's like, yeah, okay, they might have built an empire, but none of that means anything without you. It's meaningless. Angels and spirit guides. Okay. What do we have? Expressive. I can't hold back anymore. They can't do this anymore. They can't live life without you, I feel. They've got a lot to say and they're gonna say it soon. And then we've got the Justice card here. I'm ready to leave and bring you balance. Okay, so clearly things are unstable and they're ready to bring things into balance between the two of you. Justice will be served here. They're ready perhaps to leave a situation with somebody else and to come towards you. The next message, secluded. I'm tired of being without you. You see? And also if any of these numbers mean anything to you guys, 30, 14, and 22. We have destined. You've helped manifest my dreams coming true. Wow. They see you as their destiny. And then we have number 10, completion. I just want loyal companionship. And I feel obviously, feminines, this is what you're wanting too. And, you know, they weren't loyal to you before, but they've perhaps learned a lot since you guys have been in separation. They want you to trust them. And they know that they need to be coming towards you with loyalty. And that's what they're ready to offer you. See, destiny. Look at this. I want forever with you. Oh my goodness. Number 7, I'm lost without you. Emptiness. See? There's this empty void without you in their life. Emotional changes. Dive into the depths with me. You know, so I really feel since you guys have been ghosted, this masculine has gone through a lot of emotional changes and they now realize it came through 5 times here in this reading. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. You are loved, my feminines. And lastly, you're the one. You see, you're the one that they love. You're the one that they want to be with. You're the one that they want to marry. You're the one that they want to have a family with. You're the one, period. End of story. Done. You're it. They don't want anyone else. They realize perhaps that they really messed up by ghosting you. But you know, maybe that was a blessing in disguise for them to realize that ultimately they want you. Okay, so it's up to you, feminines, if you accept your masculine back into your life. That certainly is your call. Because again, some of you guys, you're out there living your life. You're not sitting around waiting for this masculine to come back. But if there's a part of you that would welcome them back in, give them a second chance, they certainly want that. They certainly want that when it comes to you. Okay, so let's close this out with some healing messages here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for my air signs, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. Some healing messages for this timeless reading. Yeah, they have to break free from whatever heavy burdens that they are holding on to. If they want to be with you, they need to break free from third-party situations, from all of the nonsense that they've gotten themselves entangled in. You know, that's basically what they need to do. Plain and simple. What else do we need to know here, please? Self-acceptance, very important. This is perhaps something that you both need to work on, but definitely this masculine, they need to accept themselves for who they are and what they're bringing to the table. And they need to know that they're not meant to change you. You know, they need to love you for who you are, and that they need to accept you for who you are as well. Look at this, another message talking about signs, my feminines. So definitely this masculine communicating with you at this time through signs. So pay attention to that. Another card of trust, trust restored. We already know trust was broken, and they're coming through here. You know, it's like letting you know, I need you to trust me. And that's not the easiest thing to do when somebody's been unfaithful to you. But you'll know. You will know. Trust your heart. Trust your instinct with what they're bringing towards you. You'll know if they're being truthful with you. But just based off of what's presenting itself here, my feminines, I really do feel that this masculine will be able to come towards you correct, you know, as a better partner for you compared to how they were before. Look at this. We've got romance. So when it comes to your love life and this connection, look at, you've got blessings coming in. This is a situation that is healing. Love it. And moving forward, things are going to be a lot more calmer, a lot more serene and tranquil between you and your masculine. Unbelievable. So that's where I'm going to leave it, my air signs. Beautiful reading. Yes, you have a masculine who perhaps didn't appreciate you for what you were offering at the time, but they've got some major regrets that they're dealing with here. They clearly are communicating that they love you, that they want to be with you, and you're the only one that they want. You are the right choice. You're it. And they now realize this. Okay, so that's where I'm going to leave it. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in as always. And I apologize that my camera was glitching, but you know, it is what it is sometimes. But the messages were still conveyed here. So hopefully whatever part of this resonated with you, you were able to grab some insight from it. And that's it for now, guys. Thank you so very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care.